human respiratory system. The first one, nose. The nose has a pair of slit-like openings called external nares or nostrils for entry of air into nasal cavity. Now, these nasal chambers have been divided into three regions. First one, vestibule. Next one, respiratory part or conditioner. And the third one, olfactory or sensory chamber. Vestibule, it is the proximal part above the nostril. Its skin has hair for filtering the air and trapping the dust and suspended particles in the inhaled air. Respiratory part, this is a part richly supplied with capillaries. It warms the air and makes it moist. So the middle thin wall is highly vascular. It is warming and moistening the inhaled air. Olfactory or sensory chamber. The uppermost part is lined by the olfactory epithelium. And this olfactory epithelium is responsible for smell. Now, this olfactory lobe of dogs are well developed. That is the reason they have strong smelling sensation as compared to humans. Maybe that is the reason why the sniffer dogs are preferred. They have high caliber of smelling. Next, pharynx. It is divisible into three parts. Upper part, lower part, and the third part is tonsil. So the first nasopharynx is the uppermost part from the nasal chamber. It leads to oropharynx. Oropharynx is a common passage for food and air. Now this common passage continues below as the laryngopharynx. Between the nasopharynx or oropharynx is the palate bone. You can feel a small bone. So that is a palate bone. The pharynx has a set of lymphoid organs called tonsils. So pharynx has three parts. The first part is nasopharynx. Second part is laryngopharynx. And the third part is tonsils. Okay. Next one. Larynx. What is larynx? कहाँ पे located है larynx? Nostril. Then we have seen pharynx. Okay. Nostril. Then we have seen pharynx. Then we are seeing the larynx. Now what is this larynx? What is this larynx? Where it is located? Yeah. So this larynx is our sound box. It is the sound producing organ. In male, the larynx increases in size at the time of puberty. Larynx is also called as Adam's apple. In male, it can be noticed in the neck region. Now from pharynx, okay, from pharynx, the air enters the larynx. From pharynx, the air enters into the larynx. From pharynx, air enters into the larynx. Okay. Now when the air enters the larynx, there is an opening called as glottis. So if you could see from where the pharynx, air enters into the larynx. Okay. From pharynx, air enters into the larynx through an opening called as glottis. So here there is an opening, and that opening is called as glottis. This glottis is guarded by a flap called epiglottis. It prevents the entry of food particles into the respiratory passage. Now this glottis have two folds. They have two folds of elastic tissue called vocal cords, and these vocal cords are responsible for producing sound. So either that could be a 2-mark short notes on larynx, or either there could be a 1-mark answer, a short answer, or a MCQ. Larynx is also called as dash, Adam's apple. The opening from larynx, the opening from pharynx to larynx is guarded by dash, glottis. And glottis is guarded by a flap called epiglottis. Okay. Nose, pharynx, and larynx. Now next one, windpipe. Now if you look at the structure of larynx, you can see a hyoid bone, Y-shaped hyoid bone. Epiglottis. Epiglottis क्या है? Flap. The glottis is guarded by a flap, and this flap is called as epiglottis. Thyroid membrane, thyroid cartilage, laryngeal prominence, Adam's apple. It looks like an apple shape, and so it's been termed as Adam's apple. There is a tracheal cartilage.